Hello everyone, here at Book Talk Reviews. Today we are giving our short and concise video review of Michael Connelly's Chasing the Dime. This is a thriller by a very famous author, Michael Connelly. So here's what we think this book was really about in our own words. The owner of a technological company founded on the promises to revolutionize the usage of micro-light particles into green energy, Henry Pierce is trying to strike it rich by his latest scientific breakthrough. And so the copious protagonist, which is the owner of this company, Henry Pierce, is forced to seek out possible funders and sponsors of his company. When Henry is on a difficult search for the funds, he must also reconcile with his personal life after a hasty breakup with his girlfriend that's also the company's receptionist and secretary. When Henry moves to his new apartment, he receives all these strange calls on his telephone, asking for a cryptic prostitute to meet somewhere, and he gets really mystified at why he's receiving all these calls, and he refuses to exchange his number, and instead tries to go looking for this missing girl who has just vanished after he has done a little bit of research around the agencies and telephone calls. The world that he ends up in is full of entourages, it's full of mysteriousness, it's full of danger and also money, and he is very uncomfortable inside of it. Unable to ignore the constant outcries, which as you read this novel, you'll find out exactly why he has a personal connection to this. Henry goes on to an interlude of finding the missing girl, and resulting in a world of murder, money, and dangerous reputations with his own life on the line, Henry realizes too late that this whole mystery must have been set up by a rival corporation and a backstabbing friend. Where would Henry's blind attempt to quote-unquote chase the dime finally lead him? Lead him to death or something else? So although Chasing the Dime is a fictional mystery, it's also a moral, intense allegory to never ignore any aspect of our lives. When issues arose in one dimension of our lives, the only way to really fix it is to dedicate more time to it and mend the gaps. In the case of Henry, his ignorance to mend friendships resulted in suspicion and negative experience overall, even though it leads to a very thrilling and moving story. I love the message of life conveyed in the novel, and Henry Pierce is just a very, very realistic character with a lot of expressions, and the dangers he experiences is nicely thought out, and it's on a linear plotline. It was a believable cast, and the drama and issues embellished also gave away to a very solid and very rare ending. For Michael Connelly, Chasing the Dime is another masterpiece that starts with the perfect title. However, as a fan of his work, I felt that parts of the novel could be condensed and tighter, but also, all in all, like some of his greatest works, that has become one of my some of my favorite mystery pieces. It's an stout and outstanding piece of literature and novel that a lot of people will enjoy. Chasing the Dime is a realistic suspense novel that proves that you don't need a dystopia or fantasy setting to always draw people in and to captivate readers nonetheless. It's trendy, fast-paced, and very addicting. Definitely a must-read for fans of mystery, suspense, action, thrillers, in this case of a lifelike scenario, and readers who just want to come out a little bit changed. My grade for this novel is an A+. You can check out this book on our website, and thank you for watching this video review.